I need you to watch this.
Why are the lights out? Richard said the other day how time flies. But Richard always says things like that are kind of obvious. And, but it made me think when I was 30, if I thought about 50, I thought that is an awful long way away. And I don't really need to think about it. And then I blinked and I'm 50. That's crazy. I wish I could say that I've done more with my 50 years. My amazing daughter, though, she just made senior partner. Apparently the youngest to ever do so. And she is one tough, brilliant attorney, isn't she?
Is that, yes?
Yeah. But I never made it to law school. And I never got to see Paris in the spring, and I never got to stay over in Yellowstone because it was too crowded, well, no, it's just that I put things off, and I kept putting them off. And I would say, oh, we'll do it next year, and then that next year would come, and I'd say, oh, next year. And I don't want to do that anymore.
Oh, Margaret, it's okay. It's okay.
Light your candle.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a wake-up call, isn't it? We think that we have all the time in the world, but we really don't. Older people usually say to younger people, you're so young, you've got all the time in the world. Oh, but you're young, you've got your whole life ahead of you. But the thing is, if you coast through, you'll soon have more history than you do life. And the question is, what is that history going to look like? And what impact will it have on the way that you live out the rest of your life? When we're young, we look ahead and we think that time is on our side. Especially, in your 20s, you feel like the future is an endless horizon. Life feels a bit like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Like it's just never going to run out. You don't have to really commit to anything because, oh, that looks good over there, that looks good over there. Have a little bit of that and a little bit of that. It feels like we have endless options. We may make plans, we may set goals, but somehow it always feels like there's so much time to get all of the important stuff done. And that is kind of true. There is so much time. Until there isn't. How often do we tell ourselves, I'll do it next year? And then a year passes and it's the same old story again. I'll try again next year. How often do we keep putting things off, flaking out on ourselves, thinking that there's always time later? But how many next years have you already wasted? How many dreams of yours are collecting dust? And let me tell you this for free. Next year, that's a sweet, seductive lie that we tell ourselves that keeps us chained to our comfort zones. And how presumptuous of us to even think that we're going to get a next year. It's so easy to say, okay, I'll go on that trip when I find a partner, or I will start that project when I feel more confident, when I know more. But on a real, life don't wait for no one. The years go by whether you're ready or not. And one day we'll realize that we spent more time putting things off than we did actually live in our lives, than actually live in the life we wanted. And I can personally relate to putting things off. As a child, my mum always made sure to take us on holidays. She always wanted us to be exposed to different cultures, different cuisines, different experiences. But as I became an adult and I got my big girl job and my big girl bills, even though traveling was something that I loved doing, I put that on the back burner. And every year at work, I'd be asked, oh, so where are you going for your summer holidays? And every year I'd give them the same answer. Nowhere. I'm not going anywhere. Or sometimes I might say, oh, I might do a staycation. Oh, this year I might. But I never did. I never went anywhere. And for over 10 years, I didn't travel. And that is because I kept always thinking, what if there's a rainy day? What if I need to, pay for something out of the blue? I don't ever want to be caught out. And so I just didn't travel to avoid that happening. So I sort of put that part of my life on hold. Then one day I said to myself that this has to stop. I couldn't keep my life on hold under this umbrella of fear that something else might happen that I might need to pay for. And the other thing was, as I was getting older, obviously our parents are getting older too. And I wanted to give my mum the opportunity to see more of the world like she had done for us. And so in November 2023, I took her to Kenya. and I spent my birthday out there in Kenya, and it was amazing. And then the following year, we were able to take her back to her homeland of Trinidad and Tobago, and we spent time on both islands, Trinidad and Tobago. And then a few months after that, we went to Portugal, which was a new country for us. We'd never been there before. And then I spent another birthday on the continent of Africa in South Africa, Johannesburg. And in a few months, I will be off to another lovely destination that we have been wanting to go to forever. And making that decision to no longer put that part of myself on hold, I feel like I've expanded so much. I feel like it has been so soul filling. Like my soul literally feels like it is being filled up. Meeting lovely, amazing people along the way, making all of these memories with my mom and with my family, it really has filled me up in a way that I did not know I needed. And it really is priceless. And I'm guilty. I always thought to myself, you know what? I'll travel when the time is right. But the right time never comes. And I'm sure many of you can relate to these sort of putting your life on hold moments. Always waiting for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity to present itself. But sometimes you have to go out there and you have to make that time. You have to make the opportunities. There are always things that try to hold us back. Fear of failure, fear of succeeding, fear of not being ready, fear of not knowing enough. Or sometimes it's just the comfort of being in that space where you are, a space that feels familiar. But if we keep waiting for the perfect moment, we will never take that leap. And in the end, we may regret that. Not the things that we did, but the things that we didn't do. And if you want to explore that further, you can check out my other video that's called Lessons from the Dying, which dives all into regrets from people who ran out of time and were basically at death's door. So yes, as you guys know, I have made the decision to no longer put things off. And part of that was leaving my job even though I didn't have everything figured out. It was a very monumentous, scary decision. But I couldn't keep living my life like it was on pause. So I jumped. No parachute. And as Les Brown says, jump and grow your wings on the way down. Now I'm sharing this journey with you. I'm starting afresh and I want you to be a part of it. I want to invite you to come along on this journey with me, to see how I'm navigating this transition, facing my fears, learning to take bold steps, even when I'm unsure. And I would love to hear about your journeys too. We can be right here supporting each other because I see you and I'm right here with you. Now, just to be clear, this isn't a video telling you to quit your job and go and chase your dreams tomorrow. If you decide to do that, I am in no way responsible. But what I am saying is that it's time to stop putting things off. It's time to take those first steps. They don't have to be big, life-changing leaps, because sometimes the smallest step is the hardest, but it's the one that moves us forward. If you have been waiting for the perfect moment, this is it. The time to start is now. The life that you want is waiting for you to just take that first step. And if you're ready to make a change, no matter how small, I'm here to support you. Let's do this together. Let's stop waiting. Let's start living. And remember, you are powerful beyond measure. Keep showing up for yourself and I'll be here to cheer you on. Remember to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.